Here at the University of Reading, we're doing a study looking into cat behaviour. So we're looking at their hunting behaviour specifically, and whether they might be having an impact on wild bird populations within urban areas. Bird populations are declining because of big things like habitat fragmentation, but urbanisation is a major thing in that. So the more buildings we have, the less of a nice environment we provide for our bird populations. And with urbanisation comes high levels of human densities. And with people comes cats. So the first thing we did when I started my PhD was to recruit cat owners into the project. So we recruited 180 people and their cats into the project.
Well, I'm really fascinated in cats anyway. I think they have such independent little natures. I thought it'd be really interesting to find out what they do. A, to help out with the study, but also to find out for myself what my cats were up to too. It's really interesting. Well, we just make a diary of all the things that they bring home if they do take any prey. And we collect it and we get in touch with Becky and she comes and collects it.
We have been doing the predation survey for over a year now. So we have quite a lot of information about what cats are killing. The big question that we have at the moment is whether cats are returning all of their prey to their owners. Although we found that quite a few of our cats are going out and killing prey, we want to know what the other cats are doing, whether they're in fact not killing prey or whether they are killing prey and just not returning it to their homes. To do that, we'll be using data loggers or daily diaries. The acceleration data loggers work almost like a Nintendo Wii. So they measure acceleration. So whenever the data logger moves forward or back or up and down, it measures that information. But instead of transferring it into a video game, it stores the information on like an SD card that you'd have in your camera. Then we can take that information and we can try and find out what the cats were doing at that time. So cats have very signature movements. So when they are going to hunt, because they're ambush predators, they'll sort of crawl along the ground almost, and then they have that pounce that cats always do when they're jumping on their prey. So we'll be able to pick out that information or those signature movements from the data when we get it back. The other project that we're running as well is to look at where our cats go when we're not looking. So we're using GPS tracking devices, and this has never been done on domestic cats before. The GPS actually is very, very easy to use, and it allows us to very, very quickly download the information onto the computer. And the nice thing about it is that it's very visual, so you can actually use Google Earth and you can actually see where the cats have been. So the GPS actually takes a fix or a position of your cat every minute. So every minute we're getting information on exactly where your cat is. At the end of the study, we hope that we'll be able to get information to actually advise cat owners on how they could reduce their cat's impact on wildlife. So we're hoping to find out things like when the cats are most active, when they are hunting the most. So using the data log technology will allow us to see when the cats are actually out and about and hunting. We expect that that will be during dawn and dusk, so it might end up with a recommendation that people could keep their cats in overnight if they felt that their cats were having an impact. A lot of people, such as the RSPCA, recommend cats wearing bells, and that has actually been found to reduce predation rates because obviously it's a way of alerting animals to the cat's presence.
I don't think my view of cats will change that much. I'm really interested to find out what they do. Because obviously they have their own little independent lives, and I know for certain that the cats just they have their own little routes during the day. So yes, I can't wait to find out what they do, what they get up to when they're wearing these things.
Well, I think that cats are really beautiful and interesting creatures, and the thing that I find most interesting about them is that they have these secret lives that we just don't know anything about. So using the GPS and the data logger technology will give us a really, really good insight into what cats are getting up to when we're not watching.